So, hi there YouTube. It has been a while since my last video upload. So today I'll be discussing about the new Apple event and all the new products that they have released recently. So these products are not released yet, but they will be released soon. So the list of items that they came out with is a new iMac, the new iPad Pro, iPhone 12, which is apparently in a new color because why not? Everyone likes this purple color, and Airtags, which is like really good. When you compare it to tiles, it is really good. More on that later. And Apple TV again, nothing huge. So the main thing about all these items this year is that they are finally with M1 chips. Earlier they used to be Intel based, but thanks to these M1 chips, the performance is really great. And you can see here, iMacs they literally look like iPads now. They are so slim. Earlier iMacs used to be like this. They used to be huge, and even the screen size was smaller. And these they look incredible. So let's discuss about iMacs here. The new thing is that they're more vibrant. Personally, I like more of a black color, but hey, everyone has their own choices. Like I don't understand the point of like pink, red colors on iMacs. Like I prefer silver color. But yeah. So as you can see here, there are four USB-C ports here, two of which are Thunderbolt and two are normal USB 3 ports. The main selling point of this is that it is extremely thin. Like it looks like an iPad now. It doesn't even look like a desktop PC. And yeah, new Thunderbolt 4 ports. The thing is that in the topmost variant they are offering 4 ports. In their lower variant they are only offering 2 ports with a Thunderbolt. They're not offering these 2 ports. And the best thing about this is a MagSafe connectivity. Like you just plug in your charger and that's that. And as usual, the retinal displays. Apple is one of the best displays out there. 1080p face camera, and the great thing about this is that since it is a M1 based chip now, it will be able to process images like your laptop, like your mobiles, unlike Intel, which has a really bad imaging processor. This is more of a marketing gimmick. Studio sound quality. Apparently, you cannot get a studio sound with two downfiring speakers. So Apple, that's kind of bad. Uh, and what's next? Power, of course. M1 chips are really great. Like I have a M1 MacBook and performance is really awesome. And about the apps, that since it is a mobile-based processor, all of your iOS apps are compatible. However, on the downside, not all of your Mac and Intel-based apps are compatible. However, the compatibility is really great through the Apple own emulator Rosetta 2. Again, the best thing about Apple is their ecosystem. If you have anything on your iPhone, it automatically appears on your iMac. The best thing that I love about my Apple MacBook is that I can accept calls from a MacBook. I can respond to text messages from a MacBook. I really don't need to use my phone when I'm on my laptop. Yeah, it's a small thing, but it's a really great convenience. Universal copy and paste. See, Apple has built amazing things in its ecosystem. It's a way of trapping you in their ecosystem, but come on, you gotta admit, these things are really good. And that keyboard, there are two variants of this keyboard. One is basic variant, which is of $100, and for another variant, which is $200 more, you'll be able to get one with a Touch ID. Touch ID is really awesome. Like everyone can log into their account just by pressing the button on the keyboard. And yeah, something about environment that they have, recycled every part. So yeah, it's great. Like now let's discuss about the models here. Like there are three variants here. One is the base variant, which is 7 core GPU, and the topmost variants have 8 core GPUs. Another thing about is that it only has two USB ports on the base variant. However, on the topmost variant, there are two Thunderbolt ports and two USB 3 ports. Also, you get a gigabit Ethernet in your charging adapter. Gigabit Ethernet is not built into any of these Macs by itself. However, for a normal and average user, you don't not necessarily need to use a Gigabit Ethernet, as all of these models have Wi-Fi 6 adapters. So yeah, that's about this for this Mac. And another new thing is that they have colorized their Magic Mouse. The worst thing is the charging port on Magic Mouse is really bad. It's placed under the mouse, making it impossible to use the mouse. Okay, now let's move on to iPad Pro. The main thing again this year is two things. That first one is M1 chip, and it is really great. The second thing is XDR display. So it's like a iMac XDR combined with your iPad, which has a MacBook processor. So it's really great. It's like really blurring the lines between your mobile devices and your iPads. The best thing about this, it has mini LEDs, which gives a great contrast ratio, almost comparable to OLED screens. Another great thing is 5G. It has mini wave 5G, which gives really great speeds. Again, M1 chips, which are really powerhouse. The best thing about is again the display. XDR display is really awesome. If any one of you owns an iMac with XDR display, you will be able to appreciate how great this display is. And personally, I prefer the true tone on all these Apple devices. Many will think it's a gimmick, but however, I really appreciate how cool the screen looks. It's really stress free to have a screen which changes its colors according to true tone. And it has a pretty bright screen at 1000 nits. True tone, ProMotion, 120 Hz refresh rate, it's really good. And this is the mini LEDs that I was talking about. 1 is to 100,000. That's a really great contrast ratio. 5G, cameras. Personally, I don't use much of FaceTiming on iPad, but however, it's pretty much doable. It's not a great camera, but it's okay-ish. And back cameras, I don't understand the point of having great cameras on iPads. It's not like we are taking photographs with the iPads. Most of us use iPhones and all that. And another one of the best things about this iPad is the Thunderbolt port. I cannot tell you how it revolutionizes the iPads. It has amazingly fast speeds, and one of the biggest advantage of Thunderbolt is it can split your speeds between a display and your external connected hard disk, which means you get best possible speeds in every case scenario. They didn't release any new Apple Pencil this year, which was expected, and Magic Keyboard and everything, that's all the same. So, should you get this iPad? Personally, I would really recommend you to get this iPad because of its amazing screen and M1 chips. M1 chips are a powerhouse. They are like really amazing chips, and Apple has outdone themselves with these chips. So now let's move on to AirTags. AirTags, they're basically like tiles with the reliability of Apple in them. One of the great features is that they come in various designs. The tile itself is circular and it can be engraved. However, the keychains can be of various designs. Uh, and it has precision finding, M1 Ultra band chips. All of these devices will be able to go in that direction. And it has something called privacy mode. So that first of all, the Apple is amazing in terms of privacy. Apple does not show any of your data on their iCloud service. I mean, it does store something, but it's built around you. It doesn't force you, unlike Google and Facebook, which rely on advertising. Apple does not rely on advertising as its main revenue source. Even with iOS 14.5, they have restricted the ability of advertisers to, track you. And Apple has taken a step in this great direction because advertising was really getting out of hand. And so anti-stalker mode in Airtags. So personally, yeah, I love this Airtags. At $30 a Airtag, it is really a great price. Should you get these Airtags? Definitely you should get these Airtags. And lastly, Apple TV 4K. One of their newest features is A12 Bionic and a new Siri remote. Now the Siri button is moved at the side here, and this trackpad can also help you control your movies. Dolby Atmos as usual. And one of the newest thing is color balance. So you can use your iPhone and you can point it towards the TV here, and it will automatically adjust the color for you. It's a good feature, but only for power users. As a normal user, you won't be able to experience much of a difference here. Yeah, and another feature is, you can scroll your video through this trackpad type thing. So should you get this new Apple TV? Personally, there's not much of a use here, not much of a upgrade here. If you already own an older Apple TV, no need. If you're planning to buy it, of course, you should go. So, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what upgrades I need to make here. Yeah, I know I should edit these videos before uploading. However, I'm not experienced in that field. I'm learning how to edit videos, and if you could help me here and teach me how to edit videos, I would really appreciate that. That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching.